Guys, right, so this is the situation in regards to Toto Wolff. He was asked about the cost cap breach and the fine, or the penalties against Red Bull, and he is insistent that he thinks that Mercedes will not go down the same avenue of breaching the budget cap for next season or even this season, because he thinks that it would cost too much reputational damage. Now, I think that this is a bit of a dig at Red Bull, shall we say, but I'll read you what it says so that you can think of it yourself. Wolff said that there is, I think it's the most important for me is that there is a robust governance, he said. They, the FIA, didn't budge an eyelid, they just followed the process how it went. Red Bull reached an accepted breach agreement, of course, with the FIA on Wednesday, and that meant that they were just over the budget cap. But of course, the FIA did say that if a tax credit had been applied correctly, Red Bull would only have been over by $500,000. So that would have been a breach of only 0.37%, which is nothing really much in terms of a breach. So I think a lot of it was just procedural. They didn't apply the right procedures in the correct way. Toto Wolff said the FA, were absolutely good in assessing. I know how rigorous they were with us all throughout the year. That was a difficult process. When I'm seeing 13 positions that were wrong with us, it wasn't the case. Overall, it's good to see that there is a penalty, whether we deem it too high or too low. He went on to say, I think what you see is that beyond the sporting penalty and the financial fine, there's also reputational damage, he said. In a world of transparency and good governance, that's just not on anymore. Compliance-wise, whether you are a team, you're responsible, representing a brand, your employees, your partners, and that's why for us it wouldn't be a business case. Now, of course, that's a little bit of a dig, I think, as well at Red Bull, because obviously Red Bull's reputation is now going to be damaged by the fact that this happened. Whether it was a procedural error or whether they just didn't do it properly, whatever, it's going to be seen as a penalty. It's going to be seen as reputationally damaging the Red Bull brand. And I think that Toto Wolff was having a bit of a dig at Christian Horner about that situation, because Christian Horner has always denied that there was any real breach. He said that it was just procedural, and of course he thinks that there is nothing really to answer for. When asked about the situation in terms of what's going to happen now, he said, now we've closed the 2021 numbers, let's see what they do with the 2022 submission. I think they will have every interest to get this right this time. Hopefully it's enough of a deterrent so it doesn't happen anymore with any other team. I think that that's pretty appropriate, actually. I think that's about spot on. Hopefully it will be a deterrent. I know that there are other team principals who don't think that that's the case, such as McLaren team principal Andreas Seidel, who's argued that the punishment was not strong enough and appeared to question the validity of Horner's explanations. So there are team principals that don't agree, that they think it should have gone further. Toto Wolff, I think, has in some ways agreed with what the FIA did. Obviously he's not going to necessarily have any more to say about it. I think he's said enough, so we'll have to wait and see now what happens in the future. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell for notifications, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of the whole situation. Do you think that Toto Wolff is right, that this is something that just has been drawn a line under and got rid of, or do you think now that these penalties have been talked about, that they are robust enough and that hopefully it won't happen again? Let me know down in the comments what you think, as always.